Today we are opening and loosening up our hips. This video is for all levels because there's nothing technical. We are basically going into the hip joints and trying to loosen up everything. I will be using a block. You can always use a thick book if you don't have a block. I will also be using a small pillow. I'm Noko Mabo, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking the bottom right corner of the screen. Like this video. Also check out the links in the description below if you want to see what other things I'm doing. Let's get started. Let's start on our back. You can have the arms extended to the floor. You can place your hands behind your neck, whatever is most comfortable. And we're going to place our legs in butterfly. Sole of the feet together. Take a few deep breaths here, see if you can relax the legs. Big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Couple more. One more. Big breath in. Exhaling, we bring the knees halfway up. So don't go all the way up here, just half. Inhaling down. Exhaling very slowly halfway up. Again. And you may start feeling your legs either burning up, the inner thighs burning up, or even shaking. Now we're going to come halfway up, hold it here, big breath in, big breath out, and dropping the knee. Trying to pull the knees closer to the floor. Inhaling halfway up, exhaling, hold, so we're not moving the knees. Inhaling, hold, exhaling down, pulling the knees towards the floor. Inhaling halfway up, hold it right there. Exhale, hold it. Inhaling, hold. Exhaling down. Moving on. This time we're going to open the feet wider than the mat. And we're going to drop one knee down towards the floor without lifting the hip or the shoulder. So I'm going to press this shoulder down, press this hip down. Basically, we are increasing the range of motion in the hip. If it's bothering your knee, don't go as low, maybe go right there. Otherwise, you can go further down. And notice how my foot, as I go down, sole of the foot starts facing the back side of the wall. Inhaling, switch leg, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, we alternate leg. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to bring your knee close to the floor. Inhale, exhale down. You may also feel a stretch right here. Okay, I can feel a stretch right here with my knee down. Inhale, exhale down. And at the end of the video, let me know in the description below how you felt about this exercise. Was it confusing, or did you feel the stretch in your hip? Maybe you didn't feel anything. And knees together, rocking the knees forth and back. Making big circles with the knees. So make sure it's not your ankles doing the circles. You're using your hands and making big circles with your hands. As we move the hips, we move the bone into the joint, we release synovial fluids. This brings nutrients to your joints. This lubricates your joints. Reverse. One more circle. and center. We're gonna place our forearms underneath the right knee, pull the knee in, also out. Okay, right here I can place my elbow underneath. Maybe some of you it's just the hand, it's fine depending on where you are, and I pull it up and also down towards the floor, making circle with the ankle. Reverse. So you should also feel a stretch inside the hip socket. Switching leg, pull the knee in and out. I use my forearms to pull it high towards the shoulder and at the same time close towards the floor. And circle. Both hands underneath the knees. This is one option, so I have my elbows onto the mat to support the legs if you need to. If you want to go deeper, you can basically place your hands, not directly on the knees, but just below the knees. And the weight of your arms is going to help open up your hips. Stretch the inner thighs and stretch the hips. 4 more breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Again. Two more. Last one. Using the hands to close the knees, feet on the mat, rolling to one side. Using the top hand, bottom elbow to sit up. Legs crossed. So this is where we're going to use different options. First option, if this is uncomfortable on your knees, if you feel you rounding your shoulders, you have a hard time lengthening the spine, grab a pillow and sit on the pillow. When you sit on your pillow, you don't want to sit all the way back because it's going to make it worse, okay? So you want to sit on the edge, so it just elevate your tailbone, and it provides more distance between your hips and your knees, so it's easier on the hips. Option 1. Option 2 is without the pillow. And option 3, basically you can cross your foot over the leg. We're just going to lean forward. Again, different options here. We're going to relax forward for a few breaths. You can have your head relaxing on your block. If it's not high enough, you can make 2 fists right here. And you can, turn your block as you get more relaxed. You're going to go deeper into the position. So pick your option. And let's lean forward. Finding our breath. Hands on the floor, slowly rolling up. Making circles around our hips. And then we're going to switch leg. Switching legs. So remember your options. You can sit on your pillow. You can cross one leg over. You can have a block or no block. And this way you may feel the stretch right here in your hip socket. Finding your breath. Using each exhale to release a little bit more tension. Noticing how your body is softening up with each exhale. slowly coming up. Moving on, let's meet on all fours. I'm gonna get into the lizard. I'm gonna show you different options. I'm gonna place one foot in front of you, creating a lot of space between your front heel and your back knee. And from here, we're gonna see if we can bring the tailbone forward. So from here, let me show you with the other leg. Make sure you have a block or even two. So from here, I have my shoulders straight up. I have a right angle right here, okay, 90 degrees. Here you probably don't feel any stretch, so what we want to do is scoop the front foot further forward and bring the tailbone forward. If it's bothering your back knee, you can fold a towel or place your pillow underneath. And from here, we're gonna hold it down here. Both hands inside. We're gonna scoop the foot a bit outside. You can hold it right here. You can have your blocks, hands on the blocks. Just gonna hold, releasing tensions by slowing down the breath. And as you get deeper into the position, maybe you can place your elbows down, or even maybe to the floor. So this can be a deep stretch into your hips. And back on all fours. Let's inhale in cow. Hold it right there. Try to drop your belly, press your shoulders down. And cat. Hold it right there. And back to center. Let's work on the other side. So I start here with my right angle. I'm gonna scoop the foot forward and bring my tailbone forward, making sure this knee doesn't fall past your big toe. So if my foot is too close to my back leg, so what's gonna happen? I'm gonna lift the heel and strain my knee. Starting with the hands on the block. You can then place your hands on the lower block, on the lower side. Scoop the left foot a bit further out, or whichever foot you have front. Option to place your elbows down. Let's hold it there. Few more breaths. And slowly easing out of the position. Walking the hands sideways. Feeling the stretch in the side of your spine. Other side. Let's sit up. Again, you can have a pillow under your hips and sit on the edge of your pillow. We're going to open the legs wide. If you feel that you're rounding your shoulders, grab your legs and pull. Hold it right there. If you want to go deeper, you can reach forward. Coming back. Let's do a seated cat and cow. Feet pointing straight front. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. So leaning into your arms, extending the elbows. Tucking the chin under. Really feeling the spine stretching. Inhaling, opening, gazing towards the sky or the ceiling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And center. Let's get into a straddle stretch. Same thing as what we did, but this time we extend the legs. So here, if you're using a pillow, legs wide. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's fine. Hands behind your hips, using your fingertips to bring your shoulders stacked over your hips. You don't want to lean back if possible. If you notice you're leaning back, bend your knees until you can come further forward. If it's not working, come back to the previous exercise. Now if you're comfortable holding it here, you can bring your hands forward. Lengthening the spine as we inhale. As we exhale, we reach further forward. So you should feel the stretch, or you might feel the stretch in your inner thighs, maybe all the way down your calf, maybe in your low back. With each inhale, we lengthen the spine. Each exhale, we relax a little bit deeper. Couple more breaths here. Let's walk the hands back up. Let's shake the legs together. Let's meet on our back, just to stretch the low back a little bit more. It's our less stretching exercise. And if you have your pillow or block, you may need it. Knees to chest, or actually feet on the floor. Scoop your hips to the left, knees up, and drop your knees to the right. So this way you may need your block. Okay, you don't want your legs to be hanging out in the air here, because you cannot relax. So block can be underneath your knees or between. Shoulders facing straight up. And you want to be fully relaxed. Feel free to modify the position. You can bring your knees further down, further up. You can experiment position with your arms, with the fingers pointing down, side or up. And just let it go. Feel your low back lengthening, giving in to the position. Back to center. Let's go to the other side. And slowly rolling to your side, pressing the bottom elbow and top hand into the floor to come up into a seated position. Hands to heart center. Big breath in through the nose. And mouth open. One more. Until next time, be merry, be happy. Namaste.